Hey, good afternoon. How y'all doing? It is Well Red Beard. Let's talk about a book. We're here for a book review today. We are going to talk about beach bodies. This is a beach vacation horror anthology. It's from DarkLit Press, and it's edited by Ben Long and Andrew Roberts. You may know Andrew Robert as the book dad. I enjoyed this book. I gave it 4 stars. It's an anthology. A lot of new to me authors in this one. Some that I'd heard of, but not read, or maybe not read enough of their stuff to remember that I've read them. Matter of fact, all but one in here. There's only one in here that I know that I've read before. But let's talk about the synopsis. First, this is a book too. Kind of. I did not realize it's a book too. It doesn't matter. There's not like, you don't have to read them in order or anything. But this one came out first, Slice of Paradise. And this one came out second. I had them both. I got them both at the same time. So this summer when I was looking for something, honestly, this is the book I grabbed when I was coming out of a long slump or a long, when I stopped reading. And this is one I grabbed, just reading like a story a day, over the course. I read it over the course of probably a month, just reading a story a day, but enjoyed it overall, giving the anthology 4 stars. Now, if you know me, that's pretty good for an anthology because it's very, very tough for an anthology to be perfect for me. There's going to be some stories in there you don't like. The only one I can think of that was perfect for me was because it was all about a subject matter that I really love, which is like satanic horror, biblical horror, and that was Midnight in the Pentagram from the now defunct Silver Shamrock Publishing. But that was a hell of a no pun intended, a hell of a anthology. So I really, really like this one. But it's all vacation horror again. Sometimes, like another vacation horror book that I read was the Worst Laid Plans book, and that was from, who was that from? I can't recall who it was from. I know Sadie Hartman wrote the prologue, or whatever you call it. I want to say that Sam Kolesnik was the editor. Anyway, that one, the vacations seem to be different types of vacations. This one's pretty beachy. It says so right on the front, beach bodies, but a lot of beach themed stories. And so for me, it got to a point where some of them were running together. Especially after the fact, looking back. A lot of them, the beach themes, it kind of got to be a point where, some of the stories would run together because of that. But it is what it is. That's the nature of this beast, the nature of this book. But I gave it 4 stars. Okay, so I'll read you a little bit of synopsis here. A vacations family is cut short when the dead begin to rise. Got a little zombie action, huh? A strange hotel will do anything to keep its guests from leaving. You damn right. That shit's $300 a night or some shit? I don't know. I'm being stupid now. I'm going to stop. A series of murders lead a local reporter on the hunt for a werewolf in a Speedo. No, I'm kidding. A distraught man discovers he's on a vacation from hell. Friends on vacation come face to face with an ancient curse. Beach vacations meant for relaxing and unwinding away from the drudgery of normal life. The sparkling sun shimmering on cresting waves. A light breeze as you sit with toes in the sand, a cold drink in one hand. Utopia on an island. But what happens when that paradise suddenly becomes a purgatory of pain? What will you do when the beach is filled with bodies and the waters run red with blood? It's a fucking undiscovered Jimmy Buffett song there, isn't it? When creatures crawl the coastline and the jungle teems with terror. How will you survive when a tropical respite becomes an arena of peril? Beach Bodies features 16 terrifying tales of beach vacation horror. For even more scares, check out the companion anthology Slice of Paradise, which I have already shown you. So 16 stories. I'm not going to focus too much on them individually. I will talk briefly about a couple of my favorites. But again, some of the authors in here, Fox Claret. I'm doing well today, am I not? Fox Claret Hill. Damian Casey. I am familiar with Damian Casey. I actually bought a couple of his books. I know one of them was called Pup. It's got like a dog paw on the cover. Have not read them yet, but I had heard his name. Kelly Brocklehurst, Ronaldo Katwaru, Julie Stevens, Brett Lorey, Nat Whiston, John Durgeon, Wendy Dalrymple, Jay Alexander, Chelsea Paravel, Grace R. Reynolds. Okay, I was wrong. Grace R. Reynolds, I read her book called Lady of the House. I believe it's called Lady of the House. It is a book of dark poetry. Very, very cool. Horror, feminism, got the 1950s housewife June Cleaver feel to it. And if you look at the cover of it, you'll see what I mean. But I had read Grace's work before. The Scorching by Leroy Cross James, Danielle Ranikers, Scott Cole's in here, Jenna Brown, N.A. Battaglia, and Max Christmas. Now, Scott Cole's the only author that I had read before. I read his book called Crazy Times. I think it was called Crazy Times. A little novella, like a little apocalyptic shit goes wild in the city type thing. I remember there's a really, really funny but graphic scene of him in a little like Chinese restaurant or something. There's like a lot of meat cleavers involved or something like that. But anyway, that was one of my favorite stories in the book, Greetings from Trammell Beach by Scott Cole. That's the one where the strange hotel will do anything to keep its guests from leaving. The whole idea of that and how they attract new guests through the Greetings from Trammell Beach postcards that randomly show up places. It was a really, really cool story. And then my second favorite, or one of my top two, was The Cedar Haven Sun Werewolf by N.A. Battaglia. Now, something about, it was a great story, but something about the placement of it, again, it's second to last in the book. I found the combination of a beach island story with the werewolf to be kind of an odd but pleasing combination. I don't know. I just don't know that I've ever read a werewolf story that takes place on or around the beach. I mean, there's a cool part about, there's this beached whale that comes up, and by the time they get over to look at it, it's just fucking bones. So anyway, cool story. Cool, like not really death scenes, but discovery scenes, discovery of the victims or whatever. And again, that was The Cedar Haven Sun Werewolf by N.A. Battaglia. So a lot of good shit in here. I mean, a lot of fun. Again, beachy. It's September, so if you live in the Midwestern United States like I do, the pools are closing and you're about to get into some fall weather, but it's still fun, and it's definitely would be cool if I wasn't off by a few months and it was still pool/beach season. So I kind of failed on that one, but anyway, I'm just kidding. Not really. I'm not doing very well. I'm not. What's wrong with me? This is Beach Bodies, a beach vacation horror anthology. And it's from DarkLit Press. This has been Well Read Beard. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're enjoying all your books as much as I am. If not, you are reading the wrong damn books.